everybody, I'm back. As you can tell, I'm in a much better mood. My car is officially fixed. It went on a roundabout with a few people telling me it's not the battery, only for the towing company to come take it, and then the shop call me a few minutes later going, it is in fact the battery and we're going to change it. And I'm smacking myself in the face because why even have family members who are good at fixing cars not know what the actual problem is, and then me having to spend a ton of money on something that I could have done myself. It's here, it's at the house, that's all I could ask for. It runs, it drives, though I am a little bit kind of scared to drive it. I mean, any of you who have had a car that has broken down, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The fear of, like, I'm scared to get in this car because if I'm on the freeway and it just decides to die on me, I won't know what to do. And that's how I'm feeling right now, even though I have been 100% assured that won't happen, but my brain won't let me relax about it. But I'm going to have to relax about it tomorrow because I am finally going back home to my mom's as like a pre-Thanksgiving hangout situation because I will be with my roommate's family for Thanksgiving instead of my usual family for Thanksgiving. But me and my roommate still really wanted to do Thanksgiving on our own, so we've decided to do a pre-Thanksgiving before we go to her family's house. So I will be cooking a turkey tomorrow for the first time, so wish me luck. But anyway, on to the drawing. So when I was sketching these two out, it was kind of during a period of trying out different things. I was in a mood of like lovey-doveyness, and that's not really normal for me, but I really wanted to draw something sweet and cute, and I don't know, I really just wanted them to be kissing. That's all I wanted. Nobody really kissed other than Millie and Moxie in the whole episode, and I was like, there needs to be more. Why isn't there more? And it just kind of spiraled into drawing Josh and Ace kissing, along with a few other characters in sketch form that I probably will never show you guys, but yeah, this was the only one that I was like, oh, I really want to color this. Plus, I actually really like these two characters. Technically, Josh is the only one that I really like out of all of Verosika's crew, mostly due to the fact that I really enjoy his style, and mostly due to the fact that of his style, it's like this very casual vampire goth style. Ace, on the other hand, I don't really care for, mostly just because of his outfit and, hair. He looks weirdly bald. I don't know, his hairline just bothers me, and I think that's the only reason I don't care for him, is just the hairline in general. But everything else is pretty much fine. I do enjoy a good, himbo crop top combo. Though I do find it weird that Josh and Ace are the only two where you can actually see their ears. I feel like Apple and Kiki, we should still be able to see their ears through their hairline, but I guess that's just the way Callus decided to draw them. In case anyone was wondering, this is Callus. They've created a good chunk of the background characters in Helluvaboss, so you should check them out. Some funny things though, while I was doing some pre-sketches, I was looking at the background a lot because they are in the background, and there are 2 animation errors. One, well, I wouldn't necessarily call the first one an error, but it's mostly just in the shot where we see Aussies for the first time and everybody's lined up to get inside, you can see Ace and Josh, and you can see Apple and Coco, and they're doing their stock image photo poses, and they're kind of just you can just tell that they're stock image photos just standing there, which is funny to me. In one of the scenes in the background area, you can see that there's an animation error with Josh and his outfit, and kind of his seating arrangement. I have it right here. I have a screenshot of it. But see, he's in his original outfit from the Verosika episode instead of his, boob window sweater thing. You can't really notice it unless you're looking for it but this was when I was trying to get reference shots, and I was trying to see every shot of where Josh and Ace were, and I just happened to see these 2 moments where Josh is not wearing his date night outfit, he's wearing his OG outfit, which I mean, he's really far away, so it's hard to really tell, so I guess it's okay, but I thought it was hilarious. And I think another fun animation error, and I won't be able to show this one, but you'll have to go back and look. Josh and Ace's seating, like where they sit, changes so much. They just like teleport from location to location to location. I noticed it kind of when I first saw the episode, but now going back and rewatching it, I'm like, wow, a lot of the couples do kind of hop from table to table to table. They don't stay in the same area for every scene. And I don't know, the animator in me, that's like kind of bothering because I feel like you'd have to number all the tables and then put who's who at what table. But I don't work for the team, so I can't say how all that works for them, you know. But either way, but anyway, funny enough, I've never actually drawn two characters this close to each other before. I've had characters hug before, and I've had characters relatively hold hands and stuff. But I've never had characters on top of each other. I've never drawn characters on top of each other before. So this was pretty new to me. There's still some issues that I wish I could have fixed. Like, it's hard to draw two characters kissing when they don't have noses, because then you're like, where do I put the lines that I'm supposed to put? I don't understand. And then trying to figure out their like skull shape was hard too, because of not having noses and stuff. And then body type as well. Like, Ace has a pretty good solid body type. It's just Josh who does not. He has like a very tight stomach. I still tried to make it feel a little correct with the anatomy, but I'm still struggling with that part. That's like the only part that I always have issues with when I'm drawing similarly to VisiPop is the anatomy part. My brain won't let me just, do cartoony shapes. I have to do something that makes sense atomically. But closer to the end of the video, you'll see that I actually do show you guys how I do my lighting. And it's pretty simple. I don't go too over the top. I mostly just kind of use the shapes that that are given to me to create these like lights and style choices, cuz yeah, I actually learned this lighting technique from a Has-Been Hotel worker. They were showing how they made the lighting in the Attic music video, and it was in a different program, but I was like, you know what? I think I can actually mimic this in Photoshop, because I don't plan on animating these images, but I do plan to mimic this lighting in some of my edits. So I learned it from them. I'll have to look them up because I don't remember. Let me see. Okay. The video is called Addict Music Video Behind the Scenes, and it's by several Farah. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'll put it up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But I figured out how to composite in Photoshop, like a fake version of it. That's what I figured out how to do. So that's what I've always been. So that's like my lazy way of lighting the characters and the background. So, you can get this like much prettier effect and like glow effect situation as well. And then, just adding the blur tool like crazy. The blur tool has become my best friend. I use it for literally everything. It's like my right hand at this point. I use it for all my glowing effects and stuff. And then I have built-in brushes, so that's what you're seeing me use at the end on Josh's sweater and eyes. It's one of my glitter brushes. I have about like 20 different glitter brushes because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to keep making glitter over and over and over again. So I have very different variations of glitter. So I was just like, let me add a little glitter. I'm not going to add like a ton. It's just going to be small, simple, because I feel like he needs that extra pow. Yeah, and then usually I add like a solid color on top, or I use the gradient of the background as well on top, just to see like what the whole image will look like with that lighting effect on top of it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so sometimes I'll just put a solid color on top and then work my way from there. But towards the end, I do add like a full glow effect around them, and that's mostly just to add the effect that they are in love and that they're radiating love, basically. And it's mostly just because I don't really like a really boring background. I know my background is just a very simple gradient, so I was like, I really would like to add something a bit more nice and fluffy and sweet, so a glowing pink halo around them seems to work best. But yeah, that's all I have to really say about this drawing. I mean, I didn't really put a lot of effort into this like I would normally do into my bigger pieces, but you know, I just really wanted to focus more on these two characters. I still wish I could fix a few things, like I feel like Josh's head is way too big, but that may just be because his legs are too small. Anyway, for the next video, I will have the next fan kit done, and then once that fan kit is done, I'll be moving on to creating different Rings of Hell characters. So look forward to that. But anyway, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!